I could ask this first question a lot of ways, but let me ask it this way. Um, your daughter comes up to you and says, Mom, I'm with you on the life issue totally, but I really don't understand what's the problem on this marriage thing. What's the best case that you can make for why it's not only true that marriage is a union of a husband and wife, but why that's an idea that matters, that we have to?
Well, in marriage and traditional marriage between one man and one woman is the fabric of our society. It's what knits us together. It is both morally, biblically, however you want to approach it, is what marriage is in our society. And I think the best way to explain that to a daughter or a son, I have two sons and a daughter who's about to turn 16. Is yes, yes. We could have a long discussion about that. The best way to do that is to live that value directly and to lead by, I think, example. I have been happily and faithfully married to my husband for, gosh, in February it will be 24 years. We do have three wonderful children, and they're extremely supportive of the kind of work that I have choose to pursue over the last 2 decades, which has been to channel so many of my beliefs, both fiscally and socially, into the Republican Party. So to answer my daughter's question, I think she's grown up in a family where both parents have been privileged to be a part of her life. It is the fabric of our culture, our society. I believe in it morally, ethically, and I find it sad that we have to legislate this, but we do, and we should.
Well, thank you. My second question is, it's very clear that the Republican Party voters are quite united on this issue. More than 80% think marriage is the union of one man and one woman. In this last election cycle, we saw the attempt to bring out pro-gay marriage, fiscally conservative candidates, and like from Dee Dee Scosafava to Bill Binney in New Hampshire to Tom Campbell in California, and they were all soundly rejected by voters. And every time this issue has been put to the voters, as you know, but not only in our more socially conservative states, but also in states like Wisconsin and Oregon and California and Maine. Most recently, of course, the people of Iowa.
Yeah, that was amazing. Three Supreme Court justices, including I believe the Chief Justice that Iowa rejected. I mean, yeah, I hear where you're coming from.
Yeah, the National Organization for Marriage has been deeply involved in all of these races since our founding in 2007 too. I don't know, we're now about a $12 million a year organization, and on path we hope to double. So we know really well that there are a lot of people who care intensely about it. And yet we do find that many candidates tell us that the political insiders, there have been some suggestions that even informally in the RNC, that they are actively discouraged from using marriage as an issue politically. And again, we do realize in a time of economic collapse, this is not going to be the #1 issue on voters' minds. We're not asking that, but we are wondering if you feel as an RNC chairman that it's a bad idea for candidates to try to draw a distinction on the marriage issue, to put it on their websites, to consider running advertisements in districts where that's appropriate, and what your policy as an RNC chair would be.
Well, as an RNC chairman, I would never shy away from my very strong belief that in traditional marriage between a man and a woman, and I think our candidates should not be afraid to do that either. And I think we should also, in terms of candidate recruitment, be looking for candidates that support our platform, support our beliefs in this regard, because not only is it right and true by our beliefs and by our platform, but it's also a winning message, and this is what we have got to communicate, I think, to our candidates out there. I've seen it here in Missouri. Again, once we got that majority, we in 2004 did pass a constitutional amendment banning gay marriage here in Missouri, and it passed with 71% of the electorate. It was a great day, and I believe that that is the case, as you said, whether you're a blue state or a red state or anywhere in between. I think that's where the American people are. They believe in traditional marriage. They want to lift that up. It's now more important than ever, I think, given our society and how quickly things are moving, and whether it's all the social networking out there, all the amazing new technology, which is both a blessing and sometimes a curse. On a day like today, it's a great blessing, but yes, it's important that we hold true to those traditional tenets and values that are, I think, a pillar of our Republican Party and our platform, and certainly one that I've incorporated in my life. To me, you know, I'm a devoted and devout Catholic. I believe that the marriage between a man and a woman is not just the fabric of our society, but to me it is a sacrament and a pledge that I make between in front of God and church and family and friends, and one that I make for life. So there are so many things that are a part of this belief, and to the extent that we can have our candidates stand up for life, for marriage, and to talk about it, I think they serve as tremendous examples and role models to all of society. So I would certainly be very promotive of that as chairman of the Republican National Committee.
Thank you so much.